Hey guys, it's Kathryn, and welcome to Done with Dieting Live, our Holiday Helper series. We are on week 2, and you're getting me in my car for a few reasons. Don't you love live? I love that today did not turn out at all how it should, or how I thought it was. I'm sitting in my car, still in workout clothes. Came out of a doctor's appointment, so those of you that have been following me know that I had thyroid cancer this past year, my little war wound, and I am moving in the direction of being fully cancer-free, which is awesome. But my doctor's appointment and just went extra long, so now I'm in my car, and instead of being all glamorous for you today, I am in my gym clothes with no makeup on. So this is me, and I love me, so it's perfect. And I love you, and I love you being here. So thank you so much. Megan is, oh my God, girl, I have not talked to you in forever. It's so good to see you. So today's Done with Dieting Live. This is our Holiday Helper series. So we are in week 2. Week 1, we did how to not eat our emotions. And week 2, we are talking today about how to lovingly deal with family food pushers, how to not eat our emotions still, going again into even more points with that, and managing our emotions through the holiday season, and how to not get overstressed, to really stay sane through the holiday season, to enjoy it. So I just want to welcome you and thank you for being here, and welcome you to today's live class. If you have any questions, just make sure to post them below. I am Kathryn. I am the host of Done with Dieting Live. I am a holistic nutritionist. I'm a body intuitive. I'm a hypnotherapist. I'm a fitness expert and ex-fitness competitor, and I am here to help you to be free from dieting so you can lose weight effortlessly to thrive in life in a body that you love. That's what I do. That's what I'm known for, and it is an absolute pleasure to support you in this. And I especially believe through the holiday season, I myself as an ex-dieter remember years on end of having my holidays and vacations tainted by my food obsession, we can really say, by my constantly feeling not enough, because I was always, all of my holidays I remember them because I know how I felt in my body. And I usually didn't feel, I was always wondering if I would feel judged. I always felt judged by family and friends. I always insisted people thought I had gained weight. I was always looking at what are different outfits that I can wear where I can feel better in my body or look a certain way. And I also remember the holidays when I felt really good in my body. But all of my memories are around weight and the way that I ate. And so if you're anything like I was, it's really feeling like you're in your own self-inflicted prison, and everything is really managed around food. My days were considered good or bad based off of how I ate. I remember many holidays where people would go to bed and I would be circling around the kitchen like a vulture, going into the, Christmas cookie stash and telling myself things like, oh, well, I only have these once a year, or we only make these once a year. Like there was only one time a year where I was going to have, chocolate chip cookies, or we only have this, apple cake this time of year. And that was a reason for me to overeat. And then I'd go to bed feeling sick, and then I'd beat myself up, and then I'd wake up and do some sort of masochistic workout. And then I would repeat the cycle, and then I'd put on weight and go back to where I lived at the time in New York City, and I would feel bad about myself, and then go on some sort of restrictive 5-day cleanser diet until New Year's, praying that I would feel good in my body that night. And I remember many times not. And then I would insist I was going to go on some crazy diet come January 1st. And that would always continue. And it would just be years of yo-yo dieting. So my sole purpose here is to help you to have an incredible holiday and to be free from the madness. So if you can resonate if you resonate with anything that I'm talking about, post below. Let me know what you're needing support with. I get hundreds of emails from you all, and I know that you're really loving this Holiday Helper series. And we also have our free Healthy Holiday Challenge for you going on right now too. So please, please join that. It's free for you, and it takes you from today, honestly, from December 6th up until the new year, with healthy holiday tips, support, and daily coaching. And it's like having somebody on your team that's supporting you every step of the way, and it's super fun. So make sure to do that. So let's get into today's topic: family food pushers. Let's be honest here. If you have a family, then you have a family food pusher. Whether it's a friend or a mom or an aunt or somebody else, you have a family food pusher. And I know for me, I'm Italian, so, you know, food equals love. And I'm half Italian, half Irish. And food is definitely love. And when you feel like you could vomit because you've had so much food, my mom is still there bringing more and more out. And it brings her immense joy. So the idea of actually saying that you don't want it you can feel bad, especially if we're talking about in-laws or people that you want to impress, or you don't, you know, or they have such pride in their dishes and you're like, no, I don't want any more, or you don't like it and don't want to finish it. And how many of you notice that you just clean your plates just because you put so much food on it that you feel bad throwing it out? Guys, a part of dealing with family food pushers is about making sure that you stay connected to yourself and to your own goals and to the things that you are wanting for yourself. So number one, going into the holiday season and being in the holiday season, you have to have clear intentions around what you want to experience and how you want to feel in your body. Number two, you need to be unapologetic. So this isn't about, ladies, all my people pleasers, my nurturers, my perfectionists that want to make everybody else happy. This is about you making yourself happy. This is about you going to bed feeling proud. This is about you taking care of you. What you put into your body is you taking care of you. And when you stop taking care of you, that's when you start putting the weight on, feeling stressed out, going to bed, not feeling good about your choices, overly full, and making choices that you regret later. You know when you're eating things that serve you, and you know when you're not. And eating just to make sure somebody doesn't have hurt feelings, that's not you making you a priority and taking care of yourself. So again, step one, set a clear intention on how you want to feel and what you're going to do. So if you are traveling for the holidays, it's important that when you get to your families or a friend's house or vacation spot or whatever you do, that you have foods around you that serve you, right? The other thing that you want to do is, when you are setting that clear intention of how you want to feel, there are certain protocols that are going to be in place. I know that when I'm traveling, it's like, okay, well, I want to get food in wherever I'm going, and I've now made it so that people either prepare foods for me because they love me so much based on my own dietary preferences. They'll, you know, when they have salads and things, they'll go like, oh, we made you one that doesn't have any dressing on it. Or, you know, yours doesn't have cheese because I took dairy out. I don't eat dairy because I healed myself of asthma and I'd rather breathe than have cheese. It doesn't mean I never have cheese, but for the most part, not really. Maybe like 2 times a year because I don't feel good with it. And again, I'd rather breathe. I used to be hospitalized with asthma and different things. So when you learn that food's medicine and that you can heal yourself from things, you want to take care of you, right? So again, going back to this, dealing with family food pushers, which is the first thing that we're going to deal with today. And it's the main thing that we're really talking about today, because many of you expressed that you needed support with this, is one, having an intention. You have to be clear on how you want to feel and you have to stick to it. Based off of that intention, there are action steps that you're going to want to take. Having foods, telling people that there are certain ways that you're going to be eating and that you need to honor that. Right? It's really helpful. So sometimes when you have dietary restrictions, sometimes people will say to me, like, I have a client that's like, it actually makes it really easy for me to stay on track because people just know now that I don't have dairy or I'm gluten-free or whatever it is. That doesn't need to be the case, but you can also just simply say, hey, I have a certain goal for myself and I'm feeling really good in my body, and there's certain things that I'm not eating these days. Tell people, have a voice to what your desires are. That's about you honoring yourself and being in a place of self-worth, right? As opposed to people pleasing, which is I'm more concerned about making everybody else happy and not hurting feelings and making sure everybody else is feeling good, that I'm going to sacrifice myself. We're not in that space. Not when we really want to be done with dieting. It's taking care of you. When you take care of you, you know who's happy? You. When you're unhappy, you know who else is unhappy? Everybody around you in some capacity or another. And more times than not, it ends up hindering your good time and your weight loss, right? So we want you happy and we want you experiencing food freedom and not feeling restricted or pissed off or angry by different choices that we make, right? So if this is resonating with you, please, please press the heart, press the smiley face, thumbs up, give me something. I also know that I'm in a random zone here, and I have to turn my car on because my thing's gonna die. So as you know, if you're new to coming in right now, I have to do this for my car because I just got out of an appointment that went extra, extra long. So thank you guys. All right, so I don't even know who's on right now because it's super delayed. So thank you for being here. Okay, and thank you for the hearts and the thumbs up. So now I know there's people here, and like I said, when you do these live from your phone, it doesn't always register. So just ask me any questions, and the minute that I get to my computer, I will type below and try to type them in. Right now, Tanya, it's so good to see you. I just saw that you came on, which makes me super happy. Okay, so family food pushers. Have your intention. From your intention, you got your action steps. This isn't about pleasing other people. It's about pleasing yourself. The next thing is, if you're traveling, make sure that you have food at that house, wherever you're staying, that supports you and what you're needing. Not just eating because that's the only thing that's around, or finding yourself in a place where you're stuck and you're going to bite somebody's head off and you end up eating things that aren't serving you because you weren't prepared. It's about you taking care of you, right? Next thing with family food pushers, stay out of the kitchen, right? We don't need them telling you to taste this and taste that, or putting you in a place where food is front and center. This is about the holidays are about people. It's about connection. It's about the holiday spirit. It's about giving. It's about being in your body, connected, grateful for your health, for everything that you have. Let's take the emphasis constantly off of food. I'm not saying not to enjoy food, because I enjoy food immensely, but we don't want that to be the sole focus where we just sit around and eat for 10 hours out of the day, hardly moving, right? It's about creating the experience that you want to have. If you want to move your body more, then tell your family in advance, hey guys, I'd love for us to go for a family walk. Maybe we could do a family game of touch football. Yes, I watch the Hallmark Channel a lot, so I could be like getting a little cray here. But I did these things with my family and we ended up having a blast. Can we play board games? What are some other things that we can do, or friends, or whatever it is? But how can we get out of just sitting around in a slovenly type thing that can happen? This might not be your family, but I know my family, like, our favorite thing to do is like watch movies and eat. I mean, that's really it. Watch movies and eat. I mean, we love to spend time together. So if any of my family's on, they'd be like, Melissa, that sounds awful. I mean, but like, we're not like a big, like, let's go run a family marathon is what I mean. And we like to eat a lot. So, it's about mixing that up and creating activities and creating things that aren't centered around food, right? And you can be the one that spearheads that and creates different traditions. And especially if you're having the holidays at your house, those are things that you can do. So dealing with family food pushers and that can be anybody, and family experiences. So I wanted to touch on family experiences first, because those can be just as much food pushing experiences as an actual person. Now, when it comes to family and feeling bad about like Aunt Jean and her, like, triple cheese casserole, or like candied sweet potatoes, or all of the different sweet treats and different things that are around. Guys, if something's on your plate that doesn't feel good and you're not wanting to eat it and it doesn't taste good to you, nobody says that you have to eat it, right? So you don't have to go to that space. Hi, Shelly. Hi, girl. All right, that's really important to know. And again, it's honoring your voice and honoring the things that you need. And when it comes to paying attention to you, put on your plate what you want to eat and get out of worried about making other people feel bad. And if somebody's really sitting there like, but won't you eat this, taste it, put a teaspoon, put a tablespoon on your plate and just go, yeah, I just don't want to waste food, so I'll definitely taste it. I've just got a lot here, and I'll come back for that the next round. They don't need to keep watching you. Again, we don't need to be a member of the Clean Plates Club. I know that we were often raised that way, and notice your own stories around that, but it doesn't mean that you have to stay there, right? You are in control of what you put into your body. You are in control of how you feel. You are in control. Remind yourself of that. Managing stress and managing things throughout the holidays, here's where this comes in. We manage stress again by having a plan around it. Move your body. Make sure to sit and spend time with yourself, either through journaling, meditating, being in nature, or being active. But sitting there and expecting yourself to be stress-free when you have even more on your social calendar and more on your plate and more things to do, like, let's be honest here, the holiday season sometimes can be like a separate job. It's like, already on as Superwomen, already on your massive to-do list, then it's like, make sure you get these presents, wrap the presents, do this. How can you make things easy on yourself? One thing that I really work with my clients on, and in particular in our Weight Loss for Life group and in Body Bliss, with my private clients, we really look at expectations. The expectations that you place on yourself for how you think things need to be. If you have massive expectations around the decorations, what presents, how you need to wrap presents. Like, I remember growing up, we had a wrapping present station, and my mom and I was taught how to wrap. You fold the corners in. We never want to look like jagged paper edges. I mean, my mom's a severe perfectionist, and she raised me as such. And things had to be perfect. I mean, we used to spend hours. Now, I love this time with my mom, and as I got older, I was like, I'm not going to sit here and wrap 50 million presents, because I love Christmas, and I think I'm Santa Claus. So giving gifts is like one of my favorite things to do on earth. And I would do it. I actually give gifts all the time, just randomly, because it makes me happy. But at Christmas, I get carried away. Like, I definitely do. So if you're in my family or one of my friends, I know you really enjoy having me in your life this time of year. And I can also say, it started to be insane, the amount of pressure that I was putting on myself. And now I put things in bags. I'm like, here, I buy 50,000 bags, and I'm like, I'm putting a present in here, and I'm putting tissue paper over it. And that's that, because I'm not making myself a crazy person. Look at where you are setting yourself up to be insane through the holidays. Where are you putting too much on your to-do list that doesn't matter, where it really, for you, you're making it matter? Like, one of my clients was like, I love decorating and going to the nines, and I do this, and I just don't feel appreciated. And I heard that a lot in our Weight Loss for Life group. I just don't feel appreciated. And I simply just said, where are you putting massive amounts of expectations on yourself where your husband and your kids do not care? They would rather have a mom that's present and joyful, as opposed to stressed out and insane and not around because she's always in another room or in the kitchen or upstairs, freaking out. Right? So you want to pay attention to the expectations that you put on yourself. That's super, super important. Okay? Really, really important, because that will make you insane. Do you see this nice sunlit glow that I have right now? It's because the sun's reflecting somewhere. Okay. So that's the other thing around expectations. So what I want to encourage you to do is right now just get a pen and paper and get clear on what expectations are you placing on yourself this holiday season? How many parties have you said yes to that you really don't want to go to? How many people in general have you said yes to that you don't want to see? Or just events or things in general that you don't want? How many times have you gone above and beyond to say that you're going to bring things to somebody's house when they're actually not saying that they need you to, but you're saying, oh no, I should, I just need to, when it's really like, where are you shoulding all over yourself? Those are the times when you're sitting there and you can really look at, one of the things that I said to myself this year, and I got this from my friend Adam Cobb. He's awesome. Check him out on Instagram at Coach Adam Cobb. And we really talked about blessing your yeses and honoring your no's. where are you blessing your yeses? The things that you want to say yes to in life and placing emphasis on those, i.e. feeling good in your body, i.e. enjoying this holiday season, i.e. not being a crazy lunatic around the holiday season, i.e. not gaining weight this holiday season, being present to your kids, being present to your family, but not just being present, being happy, right? Where are we doing that? Where are we saying, like, I don't want to emotionally eat this holiday season? Well, then we want to pay attention to the emotions that spur the eating and the gaps, right? Where there's lack, we will fill those gaps with food. Pay attention to the gaps. Where are the gaps? Honoring your yeses. Blessing your yeses and honoring your no's. And where are we saying that we're going to say no to things and not doing that? That's really important. Really important. Where are you saying that you're going to say no to things and not doing it? Right? Bless your yeses and honor your no's is such a pivotal piece to managing your stress and not eating your emotions this holiday season. So I really hope, I just want to wrap this up. Right? We know that my Done with Dieting Holiday Helper series, these are 30-minute bite size to really give you the support that you need, while understanding that, you know, you don't want to sit here for like an hour. We know that I could go on and on with all of these different tips, right? So I want to wrap this up and I want you to really hear this. So I want to give you the highlights. We started off with how to deal with family food pushers and have a successful holiday season while staying sane and slim and even slimming down, right? In our Holiday Helper season, right? So Holiday Helper series. So what I want you to see is, one, this is really going into the holiday season with a clear intention on how you want to feel and honoring that. And with that clear intention, there are specific action steps that come into place. A few things that we talked about, whether we're traveling for the holiday season or even in our own home, is having foods that serve us, having things on hand that serve us and honor the goals that we have through this season, so that we aren't just eating on a whim or eating crap that doesn't feel good for us or causes bloat or goes against different food restrictions and things that we have based on the health and optimizing our health and our personal goals for our health and weight loss that we have, right? And just all overall feeling good and having energy. Also making our goals clear to everyone around us, telling your kids, telling your spouses or your partners, telling your family that this is what you're wanting. And then also setting up the activities that align with that. So it's like family outings, walks, games, different things that get you into a space of connection, right? We often eat from a place of isolation and negativity that we feel within ourselves and within the experience around us, and when we're really feeling depleted. Well, what if you're feeling lit up, not stressed out, and in a place of really feeling full and alive and connected to yourself? You're not going to want to dishonor yourself by eating till you feel sick, right? Or eating in private, or overeating and having guilt and shame, right? The other step to this is also being in a space of allowance and not being in a space of restriction. Where we restrict, we'll rebel. So we want to go into a space of, I'm not restricting myself. I can eat what I want, but I also eat to honor myself and to eat in a way that feels good. Family food pushers, dealing with family food pushers is, one, not being a member of the Clean Plates Club just because you feel bad. It's also being clear about, again, any dietary restrictions that you have and your goals. And also knowing that you're not being monitored by the food police. So don't just eat because it's there, and get clear on your stories for, oh, well, it's the holidays, so I'm never going to get, Uncle Bob's blah, 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 this, or I'm just making things up, right? But we have a lot of stories around, it's only this time of year that I eat this. Guys, we live in the United States. We can eat, you can have 50 million candy canes whenever you want them. You can have whatever it is whenever you want them. And also know and tell yourself, I don't need to eat all of this tonight. There will be leftovers. I can also ask for some to go and freeze it for another time, right? So really get clear on the stories that you have around specific foods and your need to eat them all in excess at that one time on that specific day, right? And then the other piece to this and staying sane is doing activities and things that set you up for success, along with having a clear intention. It's making sure to move your body each day. It's finding ways to feel good, honoring your no's and blessing your yeses, right? And what those goals are, because nothing feels better than feeling proud about the choices that you've made and about who you are and how you're showing up each day. Nothing feels better. And that's what I really want you to take with you in this Holiday Helper series and from today. So I hope this was super helpful. Please let me know any questions that you have. Post them below. As you know, I'm doing this from my car, so it's super delayed, so I can't really see any questions. I just want to thank you so much for being here. Here are 2 things that we have for you that's super, super awesome. So Malia's going to post this below. It's our link to our free Healthy Holiday Challenge that's going on right now. You're going to receive not only live coaching, but you're going to have a supportive group. Our Done With Dieting group is open to you to support you each day. We also have awesome prizes that are going to be available. And on top of that, you get daily tips to your inbox today up until the new year that are actionable things that you can do each day. We've run this challenge 3 years now, and everybody always says how much they love it, how much they love the tips, how it's so great. They get something each day that helps to keep them aligned and feeling really good. They're fun, they're easy to apply, and they're awesome. And they're everything from, you know, like just healthy tips. My approach is holistic. So this looks at all areas of life, from fashion to nutrition to fitness to mindset. I'm heavy in mindset. You guys know this. I'm also super, you know, I tie in intuitive and a lot of different things, but you'll love it. So definitely check it out. And it's free. Why not? And then next week, we are dealing with how to overcome a binge. So make sure to be here. And that's at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard, 4 p.m. Eastern, and 3 p.m. Central. So I will see you next week. And then we have another one on December 21st. So each Thursday we're here, the Holiday Helper series. If you missed any of these, they are here on Facebook. So simply just go under videos and you can watch them as many times as you need. I love your questions. I love your comments. Email me directly at hello@melissakathryn.com. I try to get back to you personally. I actually email each of you. And so make sure to sign up for on the link. Thank you, Malia, for our Healthy Holiday Challenge going on right now. And I will see you next week for our Done With Dieting Live Holiday Helper series, How to Overcome a Binge. All right, guys, have an amazing day. I hope you love this as much as I love being with you and supporting you through this holiday season and beyond. Bye.